Hi everybody, I am Ryan Krippner. I am the current president and chairman of the Delta Sigma Pi Leadership Foundation, and also very proud to be a resident of this area and a member of this chapter, and a very proud member of the IATANU chapter. But what I want to talk about first here is scholarships, and that means scholarships primarily to undergraduates. The Delta Sigma Pi Leadership Foundation, as some of you may be aware, offers more than 40 undergraduate scholarships every year. And those come from a variety of sources, and they're available in a variety of groupings. But one thing is for certain is that in order to receive any of those scholarships, well, one, in most cases, you have to be a Delta Sigma. And the second thing you have to do is apply. And believe it or not, yes, there are some years where somebody gets a scholarship and they thought, wow, must have been a heck of a battle. No, it wasn't. They might have been the only one that applied. And there have been, the real shame of it is that there are years where once in a while we have one or two scholarships that have no applicants. And that, we'll put the money back in the pot and give it away another year. But that was money that was intended to go to another. So what do you think is magic about the numbers 6, 15, and 14? 6, 15, 14. 6, 15, 14. That is the deadline by which you need to put in your application. It's a deadline, I think. Yes, 6, 15, 14 is the deadline. And if you go to the Delta Sigma Pi, go to dspnet.org, and you find your way through awards and scholarships, and you'll find yourself a place to apply for all of those online. And the great news is, the benefits of technology is if you apply for a single scholarship, you do not have to start over when you want to apply for multiple scholarships. All that information can be copied and rippled through the rest of the application that you have. So, 6, 15, 14, what is that? Deadline for scholarships. Please go and do that. Those scholarships are funded for you. Those are legacy gifts to the foundation. There's a tax benefit to the Alumni Brothers who usually put them up. There are several chapters who have actually put up scholarships for folks in the region, and I want to highlight one of those in particular because the sponsor of this event, the St. Louis Alumni Chapter, has been an exemplary chapter from a foundation standpoint in that they have. And we're one of the first alumni chapters to establish a scholarship in their name, and in this particular instance in memorial of Stephen McGuire, who was a student, I believe, at AANU and also spent some time at Sherman State before succumbing to cystic fibrosis. So a wonderful cause, and the alumni chapter has been exemplary not only in their establishment of that scholarship, but in continuing to fund that scholarship through various fundraisers. And I think I've been to several trivia nights. I kind of remember some of them that were put on to benefit that scholarship fund. And that scholarship fund is presently sitting at over $20,000. So a very exemplary job done by the St. Louis Alumni Chapter. Thank you to all of you who have donated to that and made efforts to do that over the years. I do want to talk about a couple of programs that the foundation has that are in progress right now for collegiate chapters and alumni chapters. It's what we call the Bucks Brotherhood program, which is a program we run at this time every year. And if your collegiate chapter gives $1 to the foundation for every current member that you have, you can qualify as a legacy chapter under the Bucks Brotherhood program the foundation has. And so if you have not done that yet, it is not too late to do that. The deadline is 12/1 of 13, not to be confused with 6, 15, 14. 12/1 of 13 is the deadline to become a legacy chapter. So if you're not familiar with that, come see me. There's also information on the website about how whether you're a collegiate chapter or an alumni chapter, can become a legacy chapter under the Bucks Brotherhood. So that's the first thing. When we're talking about scholarships, one thing I did want to mention is that there are a good number of volunteers, of alumni volunteers in the room who have served on scholarship selection committees, either under the fraternity's COI program or under the foundation scholarship program. And I want those brothers, if you're willing to raise your hand if you have any scholarship application reader for the foundation. Okay. So if you want to go and get some tips about some things that they look for in those applications, or things that have really impressed them, then that may be an assistance to you as well as you apply for some of those. So, time for a little commercial. It wouldn't be fair if I was in a room of 50 alumni, especially, not to remind you that I do have some donor cards. And as Karen Stuwelski will laugh because if you've forgotten your donor card, we have copies of them. So I would invite, especially alums, collegiate members are also welcome to donate money to the foundation. Although we don't twist your arm as hard as we do our alums. I want to thank all of the alums for their past support of the Leadership Foundation. They make scholarships like the ones we just talked about. The alums are the primary ones that make those scholarships possible, as well as the educational grants that go to the fraternity to reduce the cost of lead schools and professional programming, Grand Chapter Congress, and things like that. So a lot of good done with those donations. And if you'd like to join that list of donors, or if you'd like to, maybe you haven't given in a while and you'd like to re-up, I'm certainly willing to talk to you. I do want to tell you about one other program that we just rolled out at the Grand Chapter Congress this year, and that is called our Delta Sig for Life Donor Program. And thanks to the wonderful technology that's available now through PayPal and other services, we actually offer a regular giving program to the foundation that starts at a very, very affordable $10 a month to become a Delta Sig for Life donor. Just every month it hits your credit card. You can do it monthly, you can do it quarterly, you can tell us what you want in the middle of the month, at the end of the month. Lots of options. But that is called the Delta Sig for Life donor program, and I have cards for that as well. So again, I want to thank all the foundation donors in the room, whether you are a current donor, a prospective donor, or otherwise. You all make that all possible, so that and the foundation, of course, those dollars are all about giving them right back to the fraternity, giving them right back to Delta Sigs and the scholarship. So as I'll say at the end of my slideshow when I do my presentation later, it's all about you, right? The foundation is really all about you, and I appreciate everyone's support of these programs. Thank you very much. Thanks, Brad.
If I could piggyback on that, St. Louis Alumni Chapter got together and raised $20,000 so that we can give scholarships back to you guys. All of us pitched in, but Katie Koch was a major donator to that.